Today, we find ourselves in the midst of a monetary crossroads of sorts that will shake up the future of finance. Today, I want to share thoughts on what's happening and ask that you provide your perspectives as well. Whatever the future of finance evolves to be, I believe that there's a plan for the ones who consider themselves the elite to maintain control over the majority stake and control of wealth. During this evolution, we are seeing major shifts of wealth, which brings a great time of opportunity and a great time of uncertainty to the table. In my opinion, the last decade and the decade to come are looking like they're going to be key decades in shaping the future. Zero Hedge wrote an article outlining this evolution in an interesting way, comparing the monetary system from the early 1800s to the circumstances we find ourselves in today. In the article titled Real Wealth versus Claims on Wealth, Bitcoin 2020s versus US dollar 1800s, they explain how the Federal Reserve was meant to stabilize the economy but ended up benefiting a small group of powerful bankers instead. Here we have the article. They implied that Bitcoin is in a sense taking on this role in the evolution of the monetary system. Comparing it to the dollar in the early 20th century, with the increasing interests amongst nations and institutions, I think they're correct, and we'll see a repeat of history, or at least a near rhyme, as some people put it. The financial interests being taken on the Bitcoin front are growing substantially. Let's take a look at this article from the Financial Times from last week. UK regulators to allow crypto-related securities. They write, the FCA softens stance on sector by permitting Bitcoin and Ethereum-backed exchange-traded notes. The FCA is the Financial Conduct Authority, a regulatory body in the UK established in 2013. On top of this, we also saw multiple ETFs taking shape after the SEC approvals in January 2024. The Motley Fool has outlined 5 Bitcoin ETFs and funds for 2024. Here we can see here in this chart, you've got iShares Bitcoin Trust with assets worth $2.2 billion. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF, $21.4 billion in assets. We've got Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, $1.34 billion in assets. ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF, 637 million in assets, and Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF, 295 million in assets. So the financial interests, as I said, are growing. And going back to the Zero Hedge article, they lay out a stance where fixing the problem would reveal the truth about the economy and the bankers' role in it. So I predict that they're going to do everything they can to continue this sort of facade into the future, and they're going to use Bitcoin. Perhaps gold is going to play a major role as well, and they're going to navigate this system in order to maintain the upper hand, as I said. It's an interesting dynamic here with Bitcoin and the way the future is going. With this is just my opinion, folks. Let me know what you think, but with the creator of Bitcoin being unknown publicly, to me, it's a very curious question as to why this is being welcomed into the financial system with such open arms, more and more today, without too much scrutiny or concern. Maybe the unknown is better understood by the financial giants of the world. Let's look at some notable Bitcoin investments as of late. Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin in early 2021. MicroStrategy holds over 130,000 Bitcoins, which is worth approximately $8 billion now. The total investment in Bitcoin by large companies is estimated to be around $60 billion as of this year, 2024. So let me know what you think about how things are evolving in the comments, and if you have any ideas about the future of what the future of finance will look like. I appreciate that, everybody. Take care.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.